My name's Jessie Van Hazel, and I am the CEO and founder of Green City Growers. We are a edible landscaping company or an urban farming company, or there's a lot of different ways that you can state what we do, but really what we do is we transform unused space into thriving urban farms. We also offer maintenance and educational programming to foster a deeper connection for people to the food that they eat. I got started doing this. I actually used to work in reality television production. I've always loved food. That's been a huge influence for me in terms of the kinds of jobs that I've had and my background. And I moved home from New York. I had actually worked a bit with the Food Network and got here and read a book called The Omnivore's Dilemma by Michael Pollan, and I was really inspired by actually how broken the American food system seemed to be. And so started to research and found out that there were other businesses, or there were businesses on the West Coast that were installing vegetable gardens for people in their homes, and that there was nobody really doing it in the Boston area. And so a friend of mine and I got started. He had horticultural and carpentry experience, and I had some project management experience and coordination and a bit of design experience. And so we decided to start a business, and that was in 2008. And we're now going on 5 years in operation. We have installed over 400 garden beds around the greater Boston area, and have also expanded what we offer to be able to do a lot of commercial work. And so we do employee wellness programs for businesses. We also do rooftop farms for restaurants and supermarkets as well. We started out doing primarily residential installations. So we go in and we put a raised bed in a backyard, and we'd either maintain it or maintain it in conjunction with the kids or the homeowner and teach them how to grow food so that they could actually get a better understanding of how to be more self-sufficient. Our services then expanded to offer the same kinds of programs to elder care facilities, houses of worship, schools, restaurants, as well as businesses where we go on site and run an employee wellness program with the staff. And we have a program like that for Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare in Wellesley and in Quincy. And we also have it for Massachusetts Medical Society and a couple of other businesses. Some of the more interesting work that we've been doing recently has been with restaurants and rooftops. And so we have a couple different rooftop farms that we manage for restaurants. One is on the roof of Flatbread Pizza in Somerville. And we have another one that's for Be Good Restaurant, which is on the roof of a parking garage downtown Boston. And we also have a huge 5,000 square foot food roof on the roof of a restaurant in Dorchester called Ledge Kitchen and Drinks. And we are in a month going to be starting planting and maintaining a rooftop farm that is going to be a half acre on the roof of a Whole Foods supermarket in Lynnfield, Mass. So we've become really involved in the greater Somerville community as well as the greater Boston community. I personally have been consulting with both the City of Boston and the City of Somerville for their urban agriculture ordinances. So really both municipalities are looking at ways where they can change zoning and make it easier for people to participate in urban agriculture. And so I've been working with both municipalities on that. We actually also just ran a program for the City of Somerville called the Urban Agriculture Ambassador Program, where we taught workshops to Somerville residents. They didn't pay. The city paid for them to do it. And in exchange, they have to go out into the community and do volunteer work. And so that's been a really interesting way that we've been able to start to work with people who are more do-it-yourself and to create a better sense of community around urban agriculture by training residents to be able to have the skills to pass on to other community members, and especially community members in need. I think probably one of the ways that we're environmentally friendly is just in the fact that we're providing productive growing space within a city that didn't previously exist, which has a lot of value in it environmentally. So you are actually creating more green space, and so you get all of the elements of that, like if you were to convert a concrete slab into a grassy slab, but it's actually food, and so you're able to feed the community from it. The other thing is that a lot of food that we eat is shipped from other parts of the country, and so we get a lot of produce that's coming from Chile and California and all over the world, actually. And so by growing food locally, you're able to actually take that whole variable out of food and eating. And so, there's a lot of energy wasted in shipping, and also a lot of carbon emissions wasted in the actual factory farming of food. And so in doing it on a smaller scale, it's just more energy efficient in general.
Hi, I'm Tanny Horgan, and I'm the Director of Client Services at Green City Growers. Today we're up on the roof of MIT Grad Building doing our first plant-in for the 2013 season.
Aware, do we still have something to share? I guess it's yes, but what a stress to feel alone. You gotta remember what we used to sing, my friend. The game is very easy, you see, you just have to think family, cause we're both in the same flying bedroom.
We planted a whole bunch of hardy crops like kale and collard greens, some spinach, arugula, lettuce, leeks, carrots, beets, radishes, and these are the things that do really, really well this time of year. Sugar snap pea is another big one. It's a really nice transition because as it gets warmer and we get ready for some of the summer crops like tomatoes and eggplants and summer squash, these things will start to wrap up and we'll replace them and get a whole nother season of growing in here. So what I love about this job and this company is it provides an opportunity for people like myself to have the best of both worlds with working outside, connecting to nature, and transforming unused spaces into thriving urban farms. So like this roof here, used to have maybe flowers or some, bushes and different kinds of crops that were nice, but maybe didn't have as much use other than how they looked. And now these folks are eating out of this garden and being self-sufficient, which is a pretty cool way to use this space.
My name is Laura. I'm the Horticultural Director at Green City Growers. Green City Growers is a company that does vegetable garden installation and maintenance for everything from little residential backyards to big rooftop sites like this one. We're planting collards today for Be Good Restaurant, which is just downstairs. We're on the 8th floor of a parking garage downtown. Basically we take vacant space in the city, which there's actually a lot of. It doesn't seem like there would be that much, but something like this, we're on the top floor of a parking garage that hardly ever gets used for vehicles. There's 8 floors and 7 of them get filled up pretty much all year. Wow. But we're only taking up here 3 parking spots. So I wish we could do this on every parking garage that has 3 extra parking spots that aren't being used. But if you think about it, there's so much vacant area, whether it be on the rooftops or whether it's people's backyards. Some people just don't have time or the expertise to grow their own food, and we're trying to make use of every little piece of the city that we can to produce produce, vegetables and fruits and flowers, and also just to make it a more aesthetically pleasing environment, a nicer place to be.
And so at the same time, you guys foster a connection between people and the food that they eat.
Exactly, yeah.
So yeah, we're always looking for more business, and we also have a lot of different programs that we run. If you're interested in more information about the company, our website is growmycitygreen.com, or you can just Google Green City Growers. We are the top of the list. We also have a Facebook page and a Twitter. Our Twitter handle is GC Growers, and Facebook page is a great way to follow along with what we're up to.